Hello and welcome back to Bay Brothers. We have exciting news about the new Avengers movie that is now in production. Marvel made a giant announcement about the cast of Avengers Doomsday, and we are here to break down the cast. Who is in it, who is not, and what can we expect from this movie based on the characters that are announced and the comic book storylines. Let's get started with the cast. We can separate the cast in 4 groups: the Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Thunderbolts. Let's start with our new Avengers lineup. We have Thor, Sam Wilson, Namor, Shuri's Black Panther, Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, Falcon, and M'Baku. In the Fantastic Four, we have of course Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and The Thing. The X-Men are returning from their movies in the 2000s. These are the original versions of the characters, not the rebooted ones. We have Professor X, Cyclops, Magneto, Beast, Nightcrawler, Mystique, and we have Channing Tatum's Gambit from Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm curious to see how are they going to get him involved. Was he always a member of the old X-Men group and we just never saw him, or is he going to be the version from Deadpool and Wolverine? And lastly, we have the Thunderbolts lineup, which consists of Winter Soldier, Yelena Belova, Red Guardian, US Agent, Ghost, and the Sentry. And we also have Loki, which isn't a part of any of these teams, but we know he will have a critical role in the movie, considering he is the guy who runs the multiverse now. And lastly, we have the main character of the movie, of course, Doctor Doom, played by Robert Downey Jr. The character that got me most excited is James Marsden's Cyclops. Cyclops is my favorite X-Man, and we haven't seen him portrayed accurately at all in the movies. He was portrayed as this jerky rival to Wolverine that everyone hated. He barely had any role in the first 2 X-Men movies, and he died in the start of the 3rd one. He never got a chance to shine. Cyclops is the leader of the X-Men, and the perfect combination of Charles Xavier and Magneto. He is a brave leader who can make tough decisions in dire situations, and he's an even better tactician than Captain America. James Marsden needed a second chance to portray the leader of the X-Men the right way, and now he's got it. I'm also excited to see the Sentry in the big screen. I wonder what's his role going to be. We have a lot of characters here, but we have a lot of characters missing as well. We don't know if this is the full cast of the movie. Some insiders say Marvel are going to announce more, but for now, these are the characters that are missing from the movie: Doctor Strange, Hulk, Captain Marvel, Hawkeye, Star-Lord or any other Guardian, Daredevil, Deadpool, Wolverine, Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel and the rest of the Young Avengers, Wasp, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, any member of the Eternals, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Monica Rambeau, Captain America, and of course Spider-Man, all 3 versions. And since they announced the X-Men, we have missing members like Jean Grey and Storm. There are pretty important characters missing there. Maybe they'll announce them later, but we will definitely see them in Secret Wars, no worries there. We will dive deep into why those characters may be missing from this movie later in the video. Now let's get to the summary of the comic book events that the next 2 Avengers movies take inspiration from. Let's start with the 1984 comic book event Secret Wars, the original one. In this event, a powerful being called the Beyonder creates a place called Battleworld. He brings the forces of good and evil from Earth to this Battleworld, asks them to fight each other to determine who will win. It's pretty basic really. Throughout the course of the event, Spider-Man dons the symbiote suit. Doctor Doom stoles the powers of the Beyonder, and eventually they find a way to get back to Earth. This was an event made to sell toys, and to be honest, I don't think it holds up very well today. I don't think they will take too much inspiration from this version. Let's talk about the version that I think they will take heavy inspiration from: 2015's Secret Wars and its lead-up. When we talk about 2015's Secret Wars, we have to talk about its writer, Jonathan Hickman. He's kind of a genius. His saga that led up to Secret Wars started in 2009, with his run on the Fantastic Four. He had an excellent run in the Fantastic Four, and he set up the pieces needed for his story there. In 2013, he took over the Avengers title. He wrote in 2 different Avengers titles called The Avengers and New Avengers. In Avengers, he told the stories of regular Avengers led by Captain America. But in New Avengers, he wrote the stories of the Illuminati trying to find a solution to incursions. Everything dies, is how Mr. Fantastic starts explaining about the incursions. Incursions are events where 2 universes smash into each other, destroying both universes. Illuminati are trying to find a way to save their universe. Illuminati is a secret society working behind the scenes and making important decisions that other heroes can't. Illuminati consists of Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, Black Panther, the King of Wakanda, Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, Black Bolt, King of the Inhumans, Professor X, founder of the X-Men, and Namor, King of Atlantis. They stopped the first incursion by using the Infinity Gems, but the gems fracture in the process. The incursions keep coming. They try to stop the incursions from happening throughout Jonathan Hickman's New Avengers run. They figure out that the only way to stop their universe from getting destroyed is destroy the other universe during the incursion. They destroy one universe, but they feel so much shame, they disband. In a lead-up event to Secret Wars called Time Runs Out, both the Illuminati and the Avengers try to find a way to stop the incursions. They try everything. But eventually, they understand nothing can stop the multiverse from collapsing. In the end, there are only 2 universes left, the main 616 universe and the Ultimate Universe. Incursion starts between these 2 universes. Both universes, Reed Richards, invent a craft that can survive the incursion. They gather a small group that can fit the ship and escape. Last 2 universes crash and die. When all seems lost, Doctor Doom, with the help of Doctor Strange, stalls the powers of the beings called Beyonders and creates a new world from the remaining pieces of all the other universes called the Battle World. Secret Wars starts there. With the powers of the Beyonders, Victor Von Doom makes himself God Emperor Doom. He becomes the emperor and god of this new battle world. He rewrites the entire population's brains into thinking that this was their life. The survivors from the last 2 universes come to Battleworld and try to defeat Doctor Doom and recreate their universes. This was the summary of Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars. I recommend everyone to read Jonathan Hickman's epic saga before Avengers Doomsday comes out. We can now get to how these massive stories can be adapted into the movie. I believe the story of Doomsday will be based on Hickman's Avengers run and Time Runs Out storyline. But we need an Illuminati lineup for that. Let's see who we got in the cast for the role. We have Mr. Fantastic, Professor X, and Namor from the original versions. Shuri will most likely replace T'Challa. We don't have Black Bolt, we don't have Iron Man, and surprisingly, we don't have Doctor Strange. That is very odd, because Doctor Strange is a very significant character for this story. Let's see who we got that can replace these characters. We got Magneto, Beast, and possibly Cyclops who can fit that role. Maybe they will twist the story and make Doctor Doom a member of the Illuminati. That could be interesting. There are rumors that some type of Avengers vs. X-Men storyline can be explored in the movie. That can be done with Fox's X-Men universe replacing the Ultimate Universe from the comics. In the beginning of Secret Wars, before the universes crashed and get destroyed, there's a brief period where 2 universes' heroes clash with each other. That can be how they adapt Avengers vs. X-Men. Let's get to a very critical part. Whose power is Doctor Doom going to stall to create Battleworld? Beyonders didn't appear yet in the MCU, and we don't have a casting announcement for Beyonder. so a possible replacement for Beyonder can be Loki. Loki is now the head of TVA, and he controls the multiverse. Loki is now possibly the most powerful being in the multiverse. He will no doubt have a significant role in the movie, and Doctor Doom can steal his powers and create Battleworld at the end of Avengers Doomsday. A very important part of the comic book storyline is Molecule Man. Molecule Man is a villain that can change and create molecules around him. He is a very overpowered character in the comics. In Secret Wars storyline, we learn that he is the anchor for all the universes. In every universe, there is a Molecule Man, and he is the anchor that holds those universes together. Without Molecule Man, those universes collapse, and we figure out the death of Molecule Man was cause of the incursions and death of the multiverse. But again, there is no Molecule Man in the MCU. But we have a very similar concept to that, which was explained in Deadpool and Wolverine, the anchor beings. The movie explained the anchor beings was different in every universe. For Fox's X-Men universe, Wolverine was their anchor being. And when he died, their universes started to collapse and die. They can replace Molecule Man with an important character for every universe that they will use in the movie. Perhaps Tony Stark was the anchor being for our main Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the death of him caused the events that will occur in Avengers Doomsday. Okay, let's get to our final topic, the missing characters. Where are they and what are they doing? I think two of the most important ones are Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. Spider-Man's movie is right after Avengers Doomsday, so him not being in the movie is understandable. He was dealing with his own movie. Spider-Man movie will most likely lead up to Secret Wars. At the end of his movie, we can see Peter appearing in Battleworld. But what about Doctor Strange? As I explained, Doctor Strange is a very important character in the comics in these storylines. He is in the Illuminati and he helps Doctor Doom stole the powers of the Beyonders. So, why is he not in the movie? Well, there's a point in the comics when the Illuminati disbands and Doctor Strange disappears for a while. We later learn that he was aiding Doctor Doom to find the Beyonders. They may adapt this side of the storyline. After Avengers Doomsday, there are empty movie slots. One of them will be Spider-Man 4, and maybe one of them could be Doctor Strange 3. He will go on an adventure on his own, or maybe with some of the other missing heroes like the Young Avengers, and try to stop the incursions. And his movie can lead up to Secret Wars. This was the breakdown and theories we had for Avengers Doomsday. Thank you for watching. See you next time.